Hello guys, this your man Shattuck Stick, and I'm back to, spit some hot farraga about Final Fantasy 15. And, I can't wait to September. Hold up, what's this? What's this? What's this? November 29th. Hello?
Whipping all this dope up in the chopper. We fuck all you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. They don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trap house.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm back sitting some hot farraga on the mic. It's your boy Shattuck Stick, and we're gonna be talking about, the Final Fantasy 15 delay and the Final Fantasy 15 master gameplay that we, recently got. I haven't been able to make a video on this fast enough because I've just been really busy in the past few days. I've been planning a lot of things, so a lot of things haven't been going, my way. But I'm still trying to get that, Final Fantasy 15, videos up before the game comes out because I'm a Final Fantasy fan, and this is something I want to talk about. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about the delay. The reason they had the delay is so that you wouldn't have this 10 gigabyte patch on day one. And I understand why they did that, and I kind of respect them for doing that, because the fact that they tried to, prevent people who, don't have super fast internet or, have even internet. Some people just don't have internet at all. From them having to, go and download said patch is amazing. To be honest, that shows they really care about the game and they really care about the experience, the player gets. This is something a lot of game companies aren't doing nowadays. I'd rather them have delayed it than them release it with that 10 gigabyte patch having, to be downloaded. I don't have super fast internet. That would have taken me literally like 10 hours on my PS4. Had it been on my computer, it'd been only like 3 or 4 hours. But on, this PS4, that's a terrible Wi-Fi chip. Alright, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is looking a lot more fluid than it has in the past. From what we're seeing, a lot of the, combos you get to do with, your party members are a lot more fluid, and on top of that, we see that other party members are able to join, such as Core, and change up the gameplay a little bit. So you may be able to do specials with Core, etc., and this allows for so many more opportunities. On top of this, Noctis is already flying around all across the map, and you're able to switch weapons on the fly like that and have your other party members change weapons, because we see Ignis change between the knives into a lance later in the master gameplay footage. So that makes me really hype. On top of that, they kind of revamped the magic, and even though I hate wait mode, I kind of like the way they're kind of doing wait mode a little bit more now with the magic, because the magic, you can just throw it out from a combo instead of having to stop and aim it like we saw in Platinum demo, which is a really good upgrade from that. On top of that, it looks like exploration is going to be, ramped up to the maximum, since we see that you have a fuel gauge with the car. Now, what I'm assuming this fuel gauge is to do is, I think they put that in there so people aren't just continuously searching. They eventually go to a town, or whatever, to stop to look around. Even though I think that's kind of forcing it, it seems like it takes a while for the fuel to actually go down. It's not like a car in real life. The average car now just gets, terrible mileage. It's always that. I mean, it's better than what it used to be, unless it's a hybrid. Hybrids got them godlike mileage. But on the real though, guys, we haven't seen any, airship gameplay or air car gameplay, when the car is flying. Because, this is really early in the game. They only really show the first 3 chapters, but in the first 3 chapters of gameplay or whatever, they show us about 4 or 5 different costumes for each of the party members, which I think is amazing and is phenomenal. We get to see Noctis without his jacket on. We get to see him with a puffer vest, and we also get to see a new weapon, a chainsaw. Yes, Noctis can use a chainsaw. Like, it looks like God Eaters, my boy. This is ridiculous. This is going to be the most hype Final Fantasy ever. On top of this, it seems like there's more options with with the enemies you have to fight or whatever versus the ones you want to fight. And also, it seems like they revamped the HUD a little more. And I like the way the menu looks. The start menu, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I like the way that you're able to go in and customize each character's individual stuff, and then you upgrade Noctis' stuff. On top of that, I can't wait for Chocobo Racing. Like, I want a line for Chocobo Racing if it hasn't been confirmed yet. I don't know. I'm really trying not to spoil myself, but this was really just gameplay overall, so I decided to look at it, and oh my god, boy, I'm gonna be playing Chocobo Racing more than anything else. On top of that, the Chocobos can swim. Like, I think I'm gonna be playing this more than SA2 Child Garden. So guys, let's get ready for this. You know, a lot of customization is coming to Final Fantasy 15. This game is just living up to what, you know, Square Enix wanted it to be. Originally, it was just supposed to be a small spin-off game, and then the project became so big that it had to be turned into a number, you know, game in the franchise, and that's something you have to respect about a video game. Once it reaches that level of being a mainstay in a franchise like this, and being so big in a franchise such as Final Fantasy, you just have to come to respect it. On top of this, you know, even though it's been delayed, it actually kind of gives people more of a chance to, you know, pre-purchase it or whatever, or purchase it because it's around the holidays, and, you know, there'll be a lot of deals around then versus the end of September, when, you know, at the end of September, there's nothing really. Even though there's nothing much to compete with the game, you know, it's still a lot of, you know, I guess people aren't going to be as worried about it then versus the end of November, because end of November is beginning of December, basically. People start preparing for Christmas right as soon as Thanksgiving drops. Like, my boy, for real. Like, Final Fantasy 15 is going to be the hypest game of this year. It's going to be the hypest Final Fantasy game of all time, probably in the best Final Fantasy game of all time. So I can't say much more on this except for the fact that I think it's going to surpass, you know, the greats in the Final Fantasy franchise, and it's probably going to be one of the greatest RPGs ever created. This has been your man Shattuck Stick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and I'm out of here. Peace. Kiss, kiss.